Hello. All right. So I actually already made a video on this. The topic is going to be about how to create a Facebook page, a business page. I already did create a video on this, but it looks like Facebook changed things a little bit. Some of the links and things to get to where you need to go are a little bit different. For instance, you used to go in here, which you still can do by going to manage pages, but now they also have this neat little easy to access link here. So the first thing you do is go to create, and then you can create a group from here, all kinds of things, events, fundraisers. You can create a page, which is what we're going to do, or an ad. It will link you to all these things, so that's really cool. But anyways, first of all, the page. And then you want to choose business or brand, because a community or public figure would be something more like a celebrity or a political figure, or even probably a pastor, things like that. Community could be churches and groups and Rotary clubs and things like that. Veterans clubs, veterans memorial clubs, things like that. So you want to choose business or brand if that's what you're promoting. Get started. I will name this, I'm gonna probably delete this, so I will just name it travel business. But you can name it whatever you want. So this will be your official page name. It can be changed later, I'm pretty sure, but I would think about this and put the name that you actually want, as your page name. And then category, you can choose a category, so it kind of depends on what you're promoting, right? So in this case, travel and transportation, travel company, all different kinds of things that you can choose. So if you were selling something else, like vitamins, I guess you could put health and beauty, things like that. So just put in something and it'll drop down a list of what you can choose, and just choose one of those. So in this case, it is going to be travel agency, I suppose. You can put in an address and phone number and all of that. But you can also click not to. I can't remember if you can not put that in at all and just avoid that. I think you might have to. Yeah. So, let's just go 333 Hofstetter. I'm totally making this up. Let's do this. Hofstetter Road, and then the state and city, Reno, and choose wherever you are. Phone number's optional if you are running a business and you expect to answer the phone. You really want these people to call you. Put a phone number there. But you know what you can do? I have another video that is on how to create a Google Voice number, which is free. And a Google Voice number means you don't have to put your actual cell phone number out on the internet. What it does is it will create a phone number for you, and then that phone number will ring into your cell phone. So if you want to know how to do that, there's another video on how to do that as well. I may have to update that at some point. I don't know if, those things have changed at all. But in any case, you can go check it out and see what that's about. And then you may or may not want your address listed. If you have a home business or anything like that, you probably don't want your address listed because you don't want people showing up to your house, right? If it's an actual physical business or building, then you probably want your address listed. Click continue. And hold up while it does its thing. And then you can add a profile picture. This would be this little picture right here. So let's see what we add, or we can add. It's a little slow, I notice. I wonder if it's because I have so many windows open. Probably. So I'll go here, and then down to travel. Wherever your photos are is where you're obviously going to go. For me, these are the images that I want to use. So let's see. For now, I think I'll just use that one. And then next you can choose your cover image. And hopefully you already have one saved. Let's choose you. There are specifics on the sizes of your cover photos that work best. You can look that up. Here, let me just do that. Best size for Facebook cover photos. You can find anything on Google pretty easily too. So the 820 by 312 is the best because that's for, you know, an actual desktop. 640 by 360 is for mobile, but a lot of people, not everybody is, you know, is going to go to your site on mobile. So you kind of, and mobile will adjust the other photo down to a mobile size, you know, Facebook will, I mean, or your phone will, but it's not going to stretch it. If you choose an image that's too small, it needs to be stretched, and that's going to look funny. I don't even know if Facebook will actually, I mean, they have it here on this. This is not Facebook, but this is a good idea because I do remember this is what I use. But I don't know that Facebook would even allow you to put this image if it was the 640 by 360. I think they might not, but you have to choose, I think you have to choose 820 by 312 or something a little bigger. I mean, there is leeway in what you put in there because Facebook can stretch it and can shrink it a little, but it's better to just get the size that is closest to what they want, because then you know what your image looks like, and it will come out looking like that too. It will come out looking proper, right? It did not add that photo for some reason, so I'm going to choose it again. Oh, it's in there. I don't know why it didn't show. There it is. Okay, so now you have your page, right? Then first thing you want to do, now this is your first image that was added because of that. First thing you want to do is start building your content, and you can do that. The first thing I would suggest is to add a short description. So you can add a description about your business here, and then add friends that you think might like your page. So you can name people, you can just invite right here, you can see all friends and choose from there, and you can literally, I believe, yeah, you can select all, which, why not, right? You won't get everyone. I mean, I think sometimes it's somewhere around, depends on how many friends you have. Like I have 4,117. So out of those, you could just get 100. So that's another reason it's a good idea to select all, because, and over time, more and more people will start liking your page. It just depends on when they see it, you know. So I would select all and then send invites. I'm not going to do that here because I'm not even keeping this page. And I want people to like my other pages. So you don't want to send like a bunch of them, right? So anyways, then you would put send invite, which I won't do yet. And then what else? You can add a button, which I would suggest. So the button that you would want to add would be, you could put book with you. And if you do that, I'll show you. You can do appointments on Facebook, or you can link it to a website. So when you put book with you, if you have a website, for me, it's a travel business. It probably, if you're selling something else, you have the option to shop now, things like that. But, I like, what I put on mine is, wait, I would not put, where are we? Add a button, why can't, oh, back. I would put contact me, and that would be by message, because Messenger, configured send message, your button, so then this button now says send message, and that way someone who comes to your page can send you a message. And I just like that option because that goes, I have my Facebook open almost all the time. You know, if I run out, I don't answer a lot of things, but because it's too chaotic, you know, depending on what you're doing, right? If you're shopping or something, you don't want to stop and have to answer messages. But this option is there, and all of your messages will go right in this inbox of your page. So that's really cool too. Let's see, what else? Add friends. Of course you want to post, but first, let's see what else we can do. So showcase your services. So you can add a service. So in other words, if you are a travel business and you provide services like booking for somebody, you could put vacation planning. I would put caps for both. It just looks better to me. You don't have to put a price in, then you can put a description of what it is you do. So in other words, I'm a travel agent and I can plan and book any vacation, blah, 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 whatever you want to say, you know. You can put your hours of operation, but you don't have to, so you can turn this off. And you want to show the service, and if you want to add an image, which images are fantastic, so I would always add images, you know. Just go, there's a lot of free sites for images. I'll show you those in a minute, but let's just find a picture there. Use that photo, and then this service, let's see. Certified. I don't think it needs to be big. Capital, travel. Vacation. Whether you are planning a family vacation or a wedding, wedding, or a couples retreat, we can help. Message me now for information. Or whatever. You know, this is just a description of what you do and whatever that service is. So you could do that, save it, and then you could add another service. So you technically, for vacations and things like that, like I do, you could put in there, the first service could be wedding planning, the second service could be family reunions, next could be honeymoons. You know, you could put whatever, however many you want in there, which is really nice. And then, so anytime someone comes to your page, they click on services, they'll see what you do. You know what I mean? So that's really cool too. What else? Reviews are things for your customers. Your customers can come in here and rate you, which is really nice too. They can rate you, and then they can also comment. And we'll go back home now. Let's see, what else should we do? Is it home? Super slow here. Let me just refresh the whole page. Oh, I know what you want to do. Where is that? So videos, posts, this is where these things will come up. You can post your video right in here though. And then those will come up. If, you know, if you post, say 10 videos, they'll all be listed in this section. Invite friends. They give you suggestions too of what to do next. The other thing though that I wanted to look at was the short description, new page, so we got send message, friends, settings. So the page is published. If you want your visitors to be able to post to your page, you would, it's actually already set that way, but you can change that, and you need to review them. I would always post post by other people before they're published, because you just never know. This is Facebook. People that don't even know you can come on and put things on your page, and then you got to go delete it, which you can do, but it's just better if and then you'll get a notification to review it, and then if you review it and you like what it is, you can go ahead and allow it to be posted to your page. So that's always smarter. Page info. Short description, which is also the one in the front. You can add categories here, so I could add travel and transportation. I could add travel service. I would put several of these up, but make sure it's very specific to what you're doing, because when somebody's searching for a travel agency, you're going to come up. If they're searching just travel in general, you'll probably come up for all three of these. So here you can add your website. So on the side of the page, so let me just do that now and I'll show you what that looks like. Oops. Oh yeah, that's right. HTTP, what's the matter? What did I do? Oh, got a G in there. So if you have a website or a blog or any other page that you might want to redirect them to, and there's lots of free pages that you can create even to make a blog, things like that. Like Google has a free blog. WordPress has a free blog. If you have a website, though, you want to put that here. And then you can put your email address if you want it public. Let's see. This stuff doesn't matter because, see here, I don't want my street address to be listed. And if you have a building, then you're going to want that checked, right? If you have like a travel agency or some kind of craft store or something where you actually want people to come physically to your address, then make sure that's checked off and that your address is correct there, and it will show a map, which is cool. Let's see. If it's located inside another place, then you can put that because sometimes it's hard to find, different locations. So if you're in a mall or a store located in, and it could be like the Meadowood Mall like we have here or whatever, like that says inside Grand Central Station. Parking, is there parking? This is all only for physical though, physical addresses. Then you can add your hours. And you can have hours even as an online company, but I prefer not to because why? Somebody might come to my page at midnight and they might want to send me a message, but they see my hours are between, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Then they're like, oh, they're not even going to answer. I'd rather get the message, right? So I don't put hours. Even though I don't have a physical store, I just wouldn't do that. You can put additional details about your business, products, mission statement. A lot of companies have a mission statement. That's good to have. When you were founded, if you want to put that in there, and the privacy policy link. If you have a website, usually the privacy policy would be on that website too. And you can put your link there. Let's see. I'm actually looking for something kind of specific though. Visitor posts. You can see there's all kinds of settings here. I wouldn't worry too much about a lot of these settings yet because you want your page up and running first. So it's more important to get content on it than it is to do some of these things. Tagging ability, that's another one. If you allow people to tag you in photos and videos published, or allow others to tag photos and videos, if they do, that's kind of a good thing because if they tag, say you have a vacation site and you post something about Paris, France, or you post something about Greece, right? Somebody could come to your page, see that, they may be planning a trip to Greece, and then they can tag whoever they're going with, or if they want someone to see your photo, they tag that person, and that person's name is automatically tagged in the photo, so that person will also come to your Facebook page to see why they're tagged, right? So it's good, it just gives you a little bit more visual, people see your page more. That way. Okay, and then this one is kind of the same thing, others tagging this page. Let's see. Country restrictions, you can put those in. I mean, you usually don't need that kind of stuff, but, well, actually, in my company, we can book travel anywhere. So from my travel page, as far as my booking, I would not put anything in here because I can book anywhere pretty much, unless the U.S. has sanctions against a country, then we can't do business with them. But as far as the business end and people becoming travel agents, we are specific to the Caribbean, the United States, the UK, Mexico just got added, which is really cool. France. And so there's a lot of countries within there because the UK has several countries. The Caribbean has several countries. But we can't actually ask someone to become a travel agent if they live in Japan at this point. So you could enter restrictions so that either hide this page from these viewers or, which is a really good idea. I mean, a lot of companies have that kind of, have restrictions where they're not yet in another country. So you could only show this page to viewers from Mexico, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, things like that. So you could list the countries that you're actually in, or you could restrict the countries that you're not in. Either way. And then let's see. What else? Page roles. So you could add people. So if you're an admin to this page and you want to add your husband as an admin too, and you both have different Facebook pages, and you've set this up on your Facebook page, so right now you're the only admin, you could add your husband, or you could add your sister, or you could add your mother, as an editor as well. And then, let's see. What I'm actually looking for is the place where you can change the address up here. And I'm thinking it doesn't have to look like this with all this other stuff. Let me just go look at it really quick and see if it's all right. Oh, darn it. That's my page. Let me go back. It's this one. All right. Let's see. Yeah, see how it has that number on it? You can get rid of that, but it's possible. I can't really remember since the last time I did it. If it's possible that you have to have a certain amount of, it might be 25, people that like the page before you can actually have your, you can change this to travel business or vacation fund, or as long as it's available, whatever your company name is, and whatever you add here for company name, or you can even put it as your own name, whatever you want, as long as it's not already taken. You can change this. I just can't remember if you can only change it after you have, I think it might be 25. It might be 25 people who like it, who like your page. Yep, now I think I'm remembering. If you have 25 people who like your page, you can change it. So see how I have 4 vacation fun. Somebody already had vacation fun, and that's the name of my page. So I had to put 4 vacation fun. But if nobody had this, then I would have been able to just have that straight. And see how there's no numbers behind it? So you have to have a certain amount of likes. And on this page I have 2196 right now. So another thing that is pretty awesome too, and it's been a while since I made this video, but one thing that I was able to do was I was able to actually duplicate this page a while back, and then, is this the one? Duplicate it, make it a page, and then when I did that, you were able to transfer over. At the time I had 2,479 or 75, however many people who followed my page, and I was able to literally transfer those followers over as I duplicated this page. It was part of the process. So when you do that, you want to make sure you have as many friends as possible on your profile page before you duplicate that page, because that way you'll be able to choose more people to follow you over there. And it's friends and followers, not just followers. So you want to add as many friends as you can to your profile page. Of course, you want to have things in common with them. Don't just go add a bunch of crazy people that are not even going to do anything for you or your business, right? So if they're in countries where you don't actually promote, probably don't want to add those people, I mean, unless, you have a personal interest in them, that's different. But as far as on the business end, the people that you're looking for to add as friends are potential customers, potential, whatever it is. So if you sell something or if you offer a service, you want them to be mainly potential prospects and things like that. And people that you would like, you actually do want to become friends with these people. So I would add friends slowly. You can't do that too quickly. I do have a video on that as well, so you can go look that up in my YouTube. So let's go back over here. It's that one. So now, of course you want to add or invite friends to like your page, but before you do that, because more people will like something if there's actually something on it, right? So you want to add content. So one of the things you can do is, I don't know what you promote, but you can add a special, or you can add, you know, if you promote weight loss products, you can put a weight loss story, or, you know, how you lost weight, or pictures, images, travel, for instance. You could do something like what I'm doing here, and then add something like this. And then, let's see. If you boost this post, that's a paid ad. So, you know, I wouldn't do that unless you want to pay for an ad. But there is another option, and I thought where is it? Well, anyway, send message. You can check or uncheck that, but you definitely want, you can choose, you know, what, get directions if it's a place. Send message, I want send message. Share. See how this pops up here? This is cool because this is free. So you can turn it into an offer. Facebook's algorithm, which is really cool, but kind of scary at the same time, detected that this might be an offer, a deal, something for a customer, right? And so it gives you the option to make this a deal. So I'll show you how that works. So customized, you can do a discount amount, percent, if you sell products, free shipping if you want to offer that, get X, you know, buy a product, get a discount, whatever you do, however you do it. So for me, let's just, in this ad, I put, this isn't real though, but you know, if you want to go on a cruise, let me know. I'll find one for you. But this particular one I made up. So romantic cruise getaway for, you know, I probably should have put more information here, by the way. But anyways, getaway cruise for 2, starting at $3.99 per person, based on double occupancy. So I put that in there, put the picture in there. This is how it looks, which is cool because it's kind of highlighted, right? It's bolded and big. There's an expiration on it, which you can, so let's just say, as a travel agent, we do get specials like this all the time, and they do have expiration dates. So let's just say the expiration date is actually April, let's just leave it, May 13th. And you can put a time in there. I don't know if you have to put a time in there, because generally my discounts don't have a time. So then I'd probably put midnight or something. How do I change that? Let's see. There. Oh, okay. So let's do, it expires at 11:59 on May 13th. So that night, oops, 59. PM. So that night, it expires at midnight, right? Basically. Where can they redeem this? They can redeem it online. That's the website that they can go to, but you can also, I'd like to, rather than that, is just leave that blank and have them message me, but we'll see. So the action is message me. Did you see how they had shop now though? So if you do have a website, you can put that your website there. If you are a physical location, you can put in store, call now, that kind of thing. So then message me. There's the description that I had. I'm going to change this to romantic cruise. Oops. Getaway. Let's do 7-day romantic cruise getaway for 2, starting at $3.99 per person, based on double occupancy. Message me now for details. You can put whatever you want in here. One of the things I'll show you in a sec. Did I get everything? I think so. Publish. Where can they redeem this? Online. Oh, it wants a place. So I will put my URL in there. I wonder, let me try this. because for me, it would actually, I don't know if they're going to let me do Facebook though, but let's see. Oh, they did. Cool. So, because my website is not actually going to have that deal on there. My website is more for a blog. It actually shoots a lot of people back here because this is where I am all the time. So, Facebook is really where I want people to contact me. I also do WhatsApp and a few other things, but you can see, so if they open it, it's got the information here. It also gives people the ability to like your page, which is cool. They can send you a message. That's cool too. But let's go back. So now this is on your page, and it says in review here. So it is likely that nobody is seeing this yet until Facebook has a look at it, and if they like it, they'll approve it. They'll approve most things unless they go against any of Facebook rules, right? And so some of that would be offensive things, discriminatory things. Facebook doesn't really like vitamins and pills, so you'd want to word this differently if you sell vitamins and pills, because they just don't. I think it probably has to do with all the health laws in the USA. They don't like if you're promoting things like I know someone who promotes silver, and Facebook did not allow them to promote silver on their page, so they had to go around it a different way. There's lots of ways to promote. You just have to figure out the way to do it. But so far, I think that is about it. You want content, so I would add a few things before you do this. You can do that in 10 minutes, though. You know, if having to do with different aspects of your business, you can write other posts, too. You can link people to a blog if you have a blog. Let's see. So, for instance, if I want people to also go to my website for any reason, I don't know why it's showing up like that, but anyway. So if I share that, usually, well, that's all right. I don't know why it's not doing it now, but usually it will give you a, oh, I know. Let's do this. So if I go to YouTube, and it's a little slow, and I want to, I'll pick, how about this one? I mean, this obviously would normally be a video of my stuff, but I don't want to deal with signing in right now and going and getting it, so I'm just gonna grab one to show you. Where are we? Over here. So I'm gonna delete this one, or edit. I guess I could just edit it. There, it will show a preview. So if you have videos about your business that you want to put in here, it will show up like this. I also forgot to say that normally when I do put a video in, I will get, if it comes up with not every time will it do this, but if it does come up with a good preview that I like and I keep it, then I get rid of the actual address, because this will go there anyways. And that just looks better, you know, without the address. But you might want to say something. So you can also, of course, you know, when you even post, you can say something about the video if you want to. You could just post the video, however you want to do it. And then once you have some content on there, that's when I would do see all friends. And then invite them all. Select all. Send invites to everyone. And then that will be an automated process. It'll take a little bit of time, not very much at all. And then the last couple of things, first off, @username, that can help you, you can add an @username for mobile. That's only for mobile, so it's basically the URL address with, that it'll be shorter. So you could put Travel Business 333. You can actually change that to whatever you want as long as it's available and acceptable, of course, which Facebook would tell you if it wasn't. So you can change that. That only works for mobile because, as we mentioned before, you have to have, I'm really sure that you have to have at least 25 people who like your page. You can go ahead and like your page, make sure you do. And then make sure you invite your friends once you get some content on there, like I said. And just to refresh, see all friends, select all, send invites. And then the last thing I wanted to say is right here is an awesome little tips link. So see all tips, all page tips. And so what they'll do is, so just like it says add a short description, it's kind of a reminder to do that. You can open this up and Facebook goes through a lot of the different things that you can do to promote your page. Creating a group for your page is an excellent idea. There is another video on that, but as you saw, and also you can see here, you just got to click here or click on create and then click group to do that. So make sure to get content, make sure to add friends, follow some of these tips here. What else? You saw the services. You know how to get reviews, your customers. So if you already have customers, ask them to review you on your Facebook page. Send them a link. Do a posted offer if you're able to. Make sure to put other posts in here and you should be good to go. And then just make sure you post to your page pretty often. Daily would be great, but not everybody has the time for that. You know, busy promoting in other ways, talking to people and things like that. So at least, I would at least say 3 or 4 times a week, you know, post something to your page. But the more you do, the better. And keep it up. Consistency is the most important thing. And then also you can add a group. You know, I would definitely do that at some point because those people that you are talking to you about your business, you should make a group for those people, specifically for those people. You can make different groups. You can make a group for people who actually have joined your business. You can make a group if you're a travel company. You can make a group for your customers. You can make a group for people who promote or you've talked to but they haven't joined your business, whatever, however you want to do it. But I would definitely make a group because that way you can also post into the group and you're constantly going to be on the minds of the people that you want to promote to. So that's a really good idea to put that group in there along with your Facebook page. And it's also nice because people can interact a little more in a group. But they can also interact on your Facebook page. But a group allows them to interact a little more with your page, which is always nice too, when you have customer interaction on your page. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. That's it for now. Have a great year.